Welcome back to another week of Any Given Sunday. We're going to go over week 14 matchups. It was a crazy week, a lot of scoring. What do you guys think?
And what I realized was Bucky Irving is a huge part of what the Bucs is this year. His success has been tremendous for the team. I mean, Baker has been outstanding, without a doubt. But them two, man, they could take that team pretty far, I think.
The running game has been like one of the best running back tandems that I've seen the Bucs have in years. Right? I haven't seen the Bucs with a running game like that in a while. Right?
All-star days, man.
Yeah.
That's a long time,
Yeah,
man.
dude. Fucking 20 years almost. 20-something years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Bucs show what they were at the beginning of the year when everybody was healthy, including Godwin. They're pretty deep with receivers when they had Godwin. Kate Otten was, coming into his own, and then you have, that running back too. That's why they were scoring so many points, especially at the beginning of the season.
And they had a healthy
The
defense.
question,
They did have a healthy stuff.
yeah. Well, that's the question: is the defense? That's what's been the problem. So I mean, the way the Bucs have to win is kind of like try to score people.
Yeah, especially we lost.
The Rams
we lost
did with the
Antoine
Buffalo.
Winfield. We lost Winfield. We lost Whitehead. Right, so the middle of the field is wide open now. I was impressed with Merriweather last week. He did a couple good plays, on defense. So we'll see how he progressed.
Yeah, he had a pick, right? Didn't he get an interception? Or?
I think so. And he had some pressures, and I think he even got to the quarterback once. So,
But Willie, I think about 2 weeks ago, you said, what is it, the dud of the week? You said it was Bowers. He got it this week.
That you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
shootout.
Off the week, but it was
But
horrible.
he was off by a week because the week he called that, he was off.
No, it's true, man. Yeah, this week, I mean, to that point, man, Levanta David, he had a pretty good game, actually.
yeah.
Like compared to a couple of, the last couple of games that he showed his age.
Yeah.
Like, I think he covered, pretty good. He had a better game, definitely. So maybe that was part of it, that Bowers didn't have, his typical game. I'm glad that didn't happen. Any other points that you guys got from that game? I mean,
Rashad White,
we did what we had to do.
he did pretty good. Rashad White had like 23 or 24 points, which is good. He had a couple of touchdowns, right? Some yards.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Well,
tough this week, though, against Los
Think
Angeles.
about this, though. Bucky Irving was drafted this year, and so was that McMullen kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's huge, man. If they could
Sean
start incorporating him in the game, man, that's going to be great.
Yeah, McMillan was, I think he was playing the slot, wasn't it? Like a couple of, I mean, at least one of the touchdowns. It looked like one of those plays that, looked like Chris Godwin. It was kind of in the middle of the field, like it was a slam, then he just took it all the way down the touchdown. So yeah, he's could be a sleeper, that guy, definitely in fantasy.
They like them.
Talking about fantasy, we didn't mention, and we're saying congratulations. So congratulations to Willie John, top 2 in the league.
Congratulations,
Week
sir.
is coming up.
And then
I
Congratulations.
really
sir.
squeaked in,
Being
so
back
I'm happy. I'm in, but
Yeah, man. No, you pulled
not
it through. It
I'm
was
not
a
hopeful,
14.
but you never know. Once you're in, anything can happen,
Yeah.
right?
So,
Oh, yeah,
biggest
definitely.
blood of the week for you guys. I'll start with Jaden Reed. Fuck me, or Jalen Reed really screwed me over, bro. He had one target, did not make the catch the whole game. Jordan Love had 3 passes the first half. 3. Okay, and then they did not throw to him the rest of the game. I think Watson, right? He got like 169 yards and a touchdown, and like massive fantasy points, and Reed got 0 in that game.
Yeah, man.
So that really hurt me. That's my dud of the week.
And then when it really matters, man,
He was dying to get that one out.
He was like, bro, it was so painful to watch. On a Thursday night, I'm watching this. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Now, who would you would have started? Did a bench player did better than him? Did one of your bench players?
Not really.
Not really.
What?
Okay,
I
so-
won a wide receiver that made like 7. It was
Damn.
tough. It was a tough week, man. It was a tough week.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, actually, before we move from the Bucks, I don't know what happened to Bucky, Irvin, but he didn't play. I don't think he played the second round mistake.
Yeah, they took him out of the game. Yeah,
And we were looking at him as a potential league winner, the way that he's
Yeah.
playing, but now it's up in the
he
air.
was for me
Yeah.
because I was playing against him. Literally, one of the things
Okay.
that helped me at least get into the playoffs.
yeah. No, yeah, it was 14 ranks, right? That you guys for the last spot that you guys were fighting for, huh?
Yeah.
Hey man, that's so fantasy. It sucks. It sucks that it's almost over, and then like Joey for you, I guess it is. But it's over. It
I mean,
sucks.
this league is over. I have another league up in the playoffs. So
Good.
Oh,
What do you guys think about that Bills Rams game, man? That was holy
I
cow.
can imagine
That was fun.
you get 6 touchdowns, 3 rushing, 3 passing, and you still
You
lose.
still lose.
Yeah.
Sean
That's
McVay,
crazy.
man. Sean McVay. That dude got that team
So I
playing.
heard that was the top scoring game ever by any fantasy player in the history of fantasy football.
Really?
That's what I heard on the radio.
Hell.
That's
How
not
much
I got
you-
62 points out of it.
How many
62,
points?
I think,
2 points.
62 points?
from Josh Allen. Yeah.
It's not.
Damn, and you only even scored 100 points, bro.
No, no, I scored 158. I had the highest. I
I'm
had the
joking,
highest.
I'm joking.
Sorry,
I
you
want you to tell us how much you scored.
won the
Eh,
top team in the season, and you won the most points in the week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna
man.
be tough. Willie's team is gonna be tough, bro.
So you
Yeah,
said
but
yesterday.
it's every week it changes. I hope,
I can't say
hope it
much.
happens in 2 weeks.
I'm 0-2, so I can't say much.
You gotta buy. You're good.
No, definitely. But no, I was watching some of the highlights, man. That game went crazy, man. It was so it was a back and forth.
So,
Um,
so what do you think about the Bills' defense? Because I feel like they're on and off, man. They're not consistent. They have these great games where they hold off teams. They're competitive. They look like they're a playoff team. They look like they're gonna go deep. And then you have a game like this, man, where the Rams were just neck and neck with them, scoring points, and it's like, wow, like there's so much inconsistency there.
So let me tell you where the inconsistencies come from. And we talked about this in one of the other podcasts. You seen the snow game that they played in Buffalo. That's a totally different game than playing, indoors,
It is.
turf.
It is.
It's a totally different game.
It is.
And
Yeah, that is
we
true.
were talking about that, how crazy and how much a game changes depending where you're playing at, time of year.
And the need
Especially
for the win.
Buffalo.
The need for the win, man. St. Louis
Yeah.
needed that win. I mean, the Rams needed that win.
That's the other thing. too.
Yeah. Well, Buffalo needed it too to keep up with Kansas City
And so
and try to get that home field advantage
that's true.
because they need it because of what you just mentioned with the defense.
Mhm.
Defense is probably better when they're playing at home.
Yeah.
In different weather conditions compared to if they're playing in a fast track indoor turf.
no, it's true. I mean, they are missing what's his name? Miller, right?
Von Miller?
Linebacker. What?
Von
Von Miller.
Miller.
Yeah,
I thought I
Von
saw him
Miller.
playing.
I think he's playing. I don't
He is?
I thought I saw him playing in the game.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't think he's hurt
Unless he
yet.
got hurt.
Yeah, but he's not doing nothing then.
No.
Nah,
Yeah.
well, he's old.
Yeah, but
So the thing is, right? Normal Bills, gameplay, right? They do really well during the season. They got a great record. Then they make the playoffs, and it seems like they can't get over that hump. right? And I don't know. This year looked a little bit different, but then I'm like, no, man. If the defense is not going to be consistent, and I don't know if they can get over that hump.
But for the record, that hump nobody's been able to get over for a while, and his name is
Oh my
Patrick Mahomes, and the
God.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh my God.
You're right, though. You're right. The evidence is in the pudding. It's really hard to beat that Kansas City team.
And
It's
playoff
just like
experience-
it's like New England Patriots, man. When the Patriots get to the
goes a long
playoffs,
way, man. Playoff experience goes a long way.
Last year, everybody was saying the same thing. Oh, Kansas City can't do it. They don't look the same. That whole narrative was the same last year.
They make it every time, bro. What the hell? And these games are close. I think Kansas City has. I had the stats. I didn't forget to bring them. Kansas City has like the most game. Most of their wins are touchdown or less, and almost half of them are field goal or less. So it's within reach. The game is
Yeah.
It's not a
No,
blowout.
definitely.
You're not blowing any teams out.
No, you got to give it to, Mahomes there because he's getting the team at the end, like when it really counts, he's getting them in the position to win.
Right.
It's just annoying. You know what I mean? It's just annoying, but it's like,
I'm gonna
like
tell
you
that
guys said,
there's
it's
a lot
like
of
the
holding
Patriots.
defensive line that's not being called. A lot of holding on every play.
Yeah.
I don't know if it looks like it might be holding, but I mean, those guys are pretty wrapped up pretty good. Like,
Right.
they're hugging the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, man. It's definitely gonna be interesting. When it gets closer and closer, once the playoffs start for them, to
so
see how they're gonna fare. I don't think they'll make it to the championship game, to the AFC championship. I don't think.
those elite teams, those teams that people want to watch that have the dynamic players, so those guys get the Jordan treatment. From the
Oh yeah, for sure.
right?
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of those teams, they want to see them in the playoffs. They want to see them in the finals, right? They want to see those superstars, playing. They want to put the bet, those matchups up, right?
Yeah.
So
Then with
what's
Taylor, and then with Taylor Swift in the stand. What? I
But
mean,
wait, what's the Jordan treatment? You say the Jordan treatment?
Yeah, the Jordan treatment. You're done Jordan, you get called a foul. You know what I'm saying? It's
You see, Willie, you said it. Everybody loves Jordan. No, some people do hate Jordan too.
I was a Knicks fan.
Wow.
I was a Knicks fan, so
Wow. I think you're the only person that I know
it was tough in the
that
90s.
didn't like Jordan.
I didn't like
See,
Jordan either,
he
man.
does compare Mahomes to Jordan, which I agree with.
I know. We had a whole conversation about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody loved Mike back in the days, man. I think everything
Not Joey.
stopped. Not Joey, I guess.
Dude, I mean,
Not Joey.
Probably not John.
Mahomes.
No, I don't like him either.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
I mean, I think he's the best ever to play the game. I would love to see him play, but not against my team. That's for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Hey,
All right.
Mahomes is the wow factor. I mean, what other quarterback, that you watch a play that he does at quarterback, maybe other than Lamar Jackson, right? But like Mahomes is the guy that you see and you're like, what the hell? How did he get rid of? How did he do that shit? You know what I mean? Like,
I would just like
Yeah,
to
no,
see
no.
him being coached by another person. I wonder if it's an Andy Reid system that makes it happen. I mean, I know he's a talent in the hat, right?
Yeah.
But look at Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's a talent in the hat. Where's the wins at? You know what I mean? Like, and look at the way.
Well, listen, I don't disagree. I feel that a big part of Mahomes' success has to do with where he went to and his coaching staff. They happen to get the two biggest pieces of a football team in place, which is the quarterback, the head coach. And, there's some other big pieces, but those are two of the biggest. And
Yeah.
that combination.
And the defense is decent too, right? The defensive line.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
They have they have pieces on the defense. But I agree that it would definitely not be the Patrick Mahomes that he is now if he's somewhere like Jacksonville.
It's just like if you
I don't know. I mean, I'm not it's not that I don't like him, but Mahomes, to me that he can, if he's at any team that he goes to, I think he'll be a winner. You know, he's got that Tom Brady type of thing. I mean, just remember Andy Reid. I mean, he had success, but he never had the success he has until he got Mahomes. I mean, he was in Philly for so long, and you know, he wasn't as successful. I mean, like Andy Reid is great, but he wasn't like
the Bucs had a
So
lot.
that, you know.
the only thing that he didn't have was a championship, and that's obvious. But
Right.
he was constantly winning,
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
division and even the conference, because he's made it to the Super Bowl in Philly,
Yeah.
right? One
No, that's
time at
true.
least
I think so. I think so with the McNabb. I think so.
with McNabb and
Against,
T.O.
I think in New England, actually.
Yeah.
Against Tom Brady, I think.
I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think what's his name was there? My goodness, crybaby wide receiver too.
Terrell Owens.
Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, Terrell Owens.
Oh, yeah,
Owens.
Terrell
No,
Owens.
Terrell
That's
Owens.
what I
Yeah,
said.
Terrell Owens. Yeah.
And plus, the let's go back to the Bucs. The Bucs beat him a lot of times in the AFC Championship game.
Mhm.
Maybe twice,
Yeah.
maybe during that.
Yeah. No, definitely.
In the
Yeah.
NFC Championship game, they beat him one time.
One time, that's it.
Yeah, well, the Bucs only made it to the Super Bowl, what, 3 times, right? Or twice?
No, just twice. Both
Wow.
times they won.
Oh, so twice. So the
Well,
first time they beat Philly. The second time, who they beat to get in there?
I think Philly too. Was that Philly?
No, Philly was the first
Oh,
wild
Green Bay.
card game.
Green Bay. We beat
Right,
Green Bay.
Philly was the first wild card game. We did beat Philly, but not in the championship game.
Yeah. So we beat Philly and then Green Bay.
And that
then
was
we went to the
Jalen Hurts' first year as a starter.
Right.
Yeah.
So only one time they beat Philly in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah. But so Andy Reid was kind of, I guess, what Kyle Shanahan is now.
Yeah,
Before
but I mean, he
Mahomes,
was
and it's a
successful,
difference.
I think he
was,
made it
he was.
to an AFC Championship and lost with Kansas City. And yeah, he never won a Super Bowl until he got one.
Yeah. No, so it's a good combination, definitely. But it's time for a change. So,
He
yeah.
gets credit for drafting him because a lot of guys went in front of Mahomes. I think it was
true.
like 2 other quarterbacks.
True. I think they traded up to get him, didn't they?
Mahomes, yeah, they traded up. Oh, yeah. I think that was when the Jets got Zach Wilson. No, or was it the Bears got? I think it was the same year the Bears got. What's that kid from North Carolina? The bus
Oh.
that the Bears got.
Oh, he went to Pittsburgh?
Yes,
Yeah.
Trubisky.
Yeah.
Trubisky. Yeah, Trubisky. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
He went before Mahomes.
I got a question. Do you think that it would be better for the league to move to have the 6 teams in the playoff with the best records, regardless of division? Like, would you want to see more 10-3 teams, 10-7 teams, right, playing in the playoffs, or you still like the fact that the divisions, that you have weaker divisions and you want them?
I think that the division champion gets in automatically.
And like the rivalry between the division, and I get it, that it sucks that I don't know, like a 9-18 makes it, and then a 10-6 doesn't, or whatnot. But yeah, you gotta have that. I think
Well, yeah,
you gotta have
because it's like you get to see other teams make it right into the playoffs in the market. Otherwise, you would see like strong divisions, always the same guys always going.
right.
So,
Definitely.
there's just some really good teams that I would hate to see like not make the playoffs, right? Like Minnesota is one of them, right? Minnesota would be exciting to watch in the playoffs, but that division, man.
And I just saw. I don't know. I don't believe in them. I think they're overachieving, man.
Best team in the NFC. They should make it.
I know. Yeah, they should make it. Oh yeah, they'll make it. They'll make it. They'll definitely make it.
Thankfully, Atlanta sucks in our division.
And then, so switching gears, Jameis, is he reverting back to his old ways?
Jameis is Jameis, man. Oh my God, you seen that?
Or
That
was
screen?
he really just Jameis?
When was he? When was he ever not Jameis?
I know.
There's some games that he has flashes of greatness, right? He wins out these
Yeah, but
games. Yes,
that's Jameis. He always had
more
that.
interceptions, but then the next game right after, it's like he's too happy.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to
Yeah. One that always
the
He's
3
just
4
goofy.
interceptions.
He
Yeah,
goofy.
man.
It's tough.
He's
Cleveland has
too-
a decent team, but they're struggling with finding their identity in quarterback.
I mean, they're better with them.
Nick
They're
Chubb.
better than what, Watson? He's better than Watson right now. Watson looked like crap.
Oh yeah, he hasn't been the same since he came back. Deshaun Watson.
It's just that all that excitement, all that hype that Jameson brings, you know. I think that's what makes it different, you know. And
I do.
he's gonna throw the ball, man.
Yeah,
He's
I
gonna
do
throw
like,
it.
I do like the Jerry Judy combo with him and Joe combo with him. I think that they can build off, right? And Jameis, when he was here, I mean, he almost every year he had 4,000 yards passing. It wasn't that he didn't make the
Yeah. Oh
he
yeah.
didn't make the passes. He had the passes, he had the touchdowns, but he also had the interceptions.
Yeah.
Right?
You think they're gonna resign him?
Really?
So
gonna
I would
resign
like to
him?
see them. I would like to see them, you know, see what they can do with training camp,
Yeah.
with him as a starter from the beginning. I would love to see what they can do, you know, with Chubb back, you know, after a year,
Yep.
you know, fully recovered from the knee injury. But you think Cleveland would get rid of Watson after signing that contract that he did?
Yeah, he's got guaranteed money. He's
I don't know. I mean,
All
got
of it, fully
guaranteed money.
guaranteed.
you got to think about it. I mean, the Giants just did what they did. So cut your losses. See you later.
Yeah, but it wasn't to the amount of
The extreme.
Watson.
Right. Yeah.
Look
Well,
at Bobby
that's the
Bonilla,
thing.
baby.
I know he's still getting paid.
no, that'll keep them. It's true because that'll keep them clogged up on salary cap for years, even if he doesn't play, right? So
Yeah, I read an article. I think I texted you guys. There's $800 million of coaches out there that are not even coaching
Oh,
teams.
that's right. You did say that.
That's crazy. So why not?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let's go. Say you suck later. Peace. I don't know.
And I think if somebody else picks him up,
Yeah, but
you know,
it's
something happens
the
with the contract.
coaching's different than a player because the player's money goes towards the salary for your team. The coaches doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's something that you got to take into account instead of just saying let him go and just pay it. Yeah, they can do that, but part of it's going to be their money in the salary cap, which will limit them on players who they get. You know,
How many more
future.
years?
I'm not
Probably
sure.
like 5, right? Wasn't it like a 10-year thing or?
He's done 2 years already, I think. So he would probably have 3 more years if he signed a 5-year.
That's crazy.
But I guess it doesn't matter if they don't if he doesn't start. You know, like let's say that they re-sign Jameis Winston and I mean, even if they keep him, you know, in their roster, but if they're not going to use him, I mean, why not just let him? You know, they're still eating that money, but maybe there's a chance that if another team picks him up, then you know, I know something happened with that salary. But it's definitely been bad, you know, for them. But it's the Browns, man. I don't know. It's the Browns. Look at
I
how
would
they
cut
were.
him loose, though. I agree because you
Yeah.
know you'll probably save a little money by cutting him. I don't know how, but I don't know the ins and out of that part of the game. But
He's injured right now,
but
right?
it's fully guaranteed. Like
Yeah.
it's fully
Yeah.
guaranteed, and I don't see a team picking him up. Not as bad as he played, and with all the baggage that he comes with.
Well,
If they
Daniel
let him
Jones.
go, yeah, but that's different.
I mean, they'll pick him up as backup. I don't know if anybody's going to eat.
Look at what Kevin O'Connell, the coach for Minnesota, did with Sam Darnold. I think he would probably do the same with Daniel Jones if it came to that, and you know something happened to Darnold. They're a strong team. They're a strong contender. So they just never know. Somebody roll on Darnold's ankle. He wanna.
Yeah.
I mean, Daniel Jones at least won a playoff game in the past.
Against Minnesota.
And you know, the chemistry here is not the same as the chemistry over there, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
What's up, though?
Yo,
Yeah, what?
Biggest surprise of the week joined.
You in the penthouse? No.
No, just in time,
Not
Mo.
yet.
I was just gonna ask this question, and you're the panel expert on Pittsburgh Steelers. So Saquon Barkley, he's got 400 and what, 480 yards left to break the all-time rushing record. Do you think that, one question is, do you think that he'll do it in the next 4 games? That's about 120 yards a game. And then knowing that Saquon is dangerous, or how do you think Pittsburgh will do against them?
Well, I don't think anybody can stop him. But I think he can still get 80, 90 yards, even if that's slowing him down. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just don't think anybody can stop him. But if somebody can, I think that Steelers run defense can. But he's still gonna get 80, 90 yards. I think
Easy. I agree. He might still top 100 yards. I think. Maybe not a touchdown, but maybe 100 yards still.
Yeah.
What do you think, John?
He's a beast, though.
He's a beast. He's a beast.
He's a beast.
So is he a product of the system, or because I know that he was
He's
good in Giants, but
Offensive
but
line.
damn,
Yeah, good offensive line, man. Good weapons around him. Good quarterback. They can keep
Listen,
it and
I
run
remember-
himself.
I remember when Saquon first came into the league in the Giants, right? John picked him up, right? First year as a rookie. And I said, John, I bet you money. Remember that, John? I bet you money that he'll be injured in the first 5 games because he was just bowling through people, and just running, boom, 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 and just yards after yards. I ended up giving John money because he never got injured that season. And he was a beast from day one, rookie year. Yeah. He was a beast, that guy.
And they didn't have an
He
offensive
got injured
line.
the second season, though.
Yeah, he did.
He did get injured the second season, but and he didn't have that great of an offensive line. And now with the offensive line that he has, is amazing.
But all it takes is one to the house, man. Though he was kind of contained. I forget what was it last week. Well, he was pretty contained until like the third quarter.
Yeah,
and then he went nuts.
That guy's pretty special.
And just to answer your question, Willie, I don't think he's a product of the system. I think he's a product of a combination of everything that you guys just mentioned. Including the fact that he's a great player.
Yeah, because he's definitely made Philly definitely better. Absolutely. Because Philly, it just always seemed like it didn't matter which running back they had there. They had a decent game.
Yeah.
Because they like before they had who was it, Swift, right?
Yeah.
They had him there, and then so it always seemed like you just never knew which running back was going to have a good fantasy day, but they had good games, and that's what I was saying. I think it's a product of the system. It's just definitely Barkley, and they're going to give him the ball.
Well,
yeah,
nobody that's been in the system before him has tried to break the rushing record. So
no, definitely.
That was the other part of the question. Do you think that he can do it in 4 games?
I think so.
I hope he does.
120 doesn't sound like much.
No, not for him.
Per game,
Not for him.
especially the way he's been running. But it is pretty hard to do.
I hope when he breaks the record, the Giants release the coaching staff and the GM.
Well, we talked about this last week because the last game is in New York in the Giants.
That's the funny part. Yes, that's the funny part. That the last game, and that's probably where he's going to break
it in New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. This is my friend. I would love that.
So what we got to hope for is that they're playing for something on that game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, because
there's no way he's not playing that game.
No, if he's going to break the title, they're definitely going to do it against.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't think he cares about that, man.
Yeah, no, I seen this clip. Where, the coach asked him, "Hey, you want to go back in because he could break something or whatever."
Yes.
Or
Yep.
And he was like, "Nah, let them young kids eat."
Yep.
He like,
I don't think he cares.
Sure. And he was like, "Nah, let the boys go in." He didn't want to go back in to break any type of record or get more yards.
If I was 600 yards away, 400 yards.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean?
That's still got a chance for the number one seed. So that's something to play for.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why I think it's going to come down to that last game. That's the only game that they might sit their starters if they have nothing to play for.
Yeah.
But if they still up for that top seed or even the second seed, they'll play all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kicker didn't have anything to play for, so I sat him this week.
I
Oh,
think
man.
if Pittsburgh goes to Philly and beats them this week, then that kind of eliminates a little bit of that number one seed.
Oh.
So we'll see. If they have nothing to play for, then I don't know. That's up
It's a
in the
big
air,
game.
man.
It's a big
Yeah.
game. Pittsburgh and Philly. It's a big game.
That's gonna be a great game.
It's gonna be a good game.
Definitely. What other big games of the week you're eyeing this week?
Well,
Let's see, I
definitely
got
the Bucs going to
the
LA,
Chargers.
man. I mean,
Oh yeah,
It would be great to see them pull a win out over there on the road. It would be nice.
that's gonna be tough, man. The Chargers are tough.
It's tough.
Oh, I was gonna say that just like the Mahomes and Andy Reid factor, it's kind of like the thing that's going on with San Diego. San Diego in the past, they would lose a lot of close games. Now they're winning those close games because of the coaching.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
We got the Bills and the Lions. Yep.
Well,
It's gonna be a good
That's
game.
a good one. That's a great one.
That's cool.
Steelers, Eagles, Packers, Seahawks is pretty good just because the Seahawks are the division leader right
Yes.
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
San Francisco and LA. That's gonna be
Mark.
interesting because they're both
Mark.
fighting. They're both fighting tomorrow for I think San Francisco, if they lose, they're done pretty much.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
got
pretty much.
to play hard, right?
And
But I
the
want to say
quarterback.
one thing. Fuck Shanahan. That's all I have to say. Fuck that. Go ahead, John.
Oh no, it's all good. What's the quarterback name for the Rams?
Stafford.
Stafford. Yeah, he publicly said that he wants to whoop on San Francisco this weekend.
Whoa.
Publicly, I'm like,
The
oh man,
Rams low key are that team, bro, that you don't want to
man.
play.
no, I don't want.
If Cooper Cup and Nakua are healthy, man, that team
That's
is
the team that you
dangerous.
don't want to face. You don't want to
Very
face the
dangerous.
Rams. Their record does not reflect how good they can be, right?
That's a deadly combination, man. Nakua and Cooper Cup, and Stafford, man, he's a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
Really, really good quarterback. So it's definitely dangerous.
Makers? Is it Cam Akers? Who's the running back?
No, Williams,
Williams.
the running back.
Yes, Williams.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's good too. Yeah, the whole offense. I mean,
So
It's
is the
just their
Rams
defense is
defense
not
that
that good.
bad, or is it a product of Josh Allen?
it's Josh Allen.
Yeah,
man.
Josh Allen is a beast. That's the MVP right there.
Yeah,
Unless
That
They were
guy.
saying that if Saquon breaks the record, that he could be.
if Saquon breaks the record, then you have. I mean, it's hard not to, but
Yeah.
But what Josh Allen is doing with pretty much brand new wide receiving court, they lost a lot of players on defense. You know what I mean? Like he's carrying the team, the whole team. So
yeah. And to the conversation we had earlier, do you guys think if Josh Allen was in Kansas City, he would be having the success that Pat Mahomes has? Because earlier they were talking about, are they winning because of Andy Reid or because of Pat Mahomes? And I think Josh Allen would definitely be winning more games than he has been if he was with Andy Reid, definitely in that system. Yeah, he's that good. He's that good. He's
Yeah.
coming to.
well, he would have to buy into that system. You know what I mean? Because right now that system in Kansas City is not about creating points. It's just winning games. You know what I mean? However they, it's like let's get the first down. They don't care too much. I mean, every so often you see those long passes and whatever. You know what I mean? But they're just very
Methodical.
systematic. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just give me a first down here, and that's it. Keep moving the ball. So can Josh Allen do that? Possibly, but
Yeah.
Josh
So
Allen is
which
just
is
a
the
beast.
bigger game? Is it the Bills versus Detroit, or is it Pittsburgh versus Philly? 'Cause I think both are equally as good. But which one is the bigger
Yeah,
game?
they're both good. They're both good
You got-
games. I'm
you
looking
got
forward
four.
more to Pittsburgh and Philly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to both games.
Yeah, you got 4
But if I had
power
to pick one,
in that
yeah,
game, right?
like I think the choice. I mean, I think the choice is gonna put it to the Bills.
Think so? Where at?
So
Is it?
it's in
Lions.
Detroit.
It's in Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're going
you
to
can't go to Detroit. You can't go to Detroit and beat Detroit.
The Bucks did. They did.
Yeah,
I
they
think
lost.
you
That's
can,
the only
man.
loss they got.
No, no, but I think the Bills, man. I don't know. In a dome,
I think Detroit's more
bad.
balanced. You know, especially on
Yeah.
defense. Even though Detroit's defense is hurting right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, Josh Allen is Josh Allen, but
They didn't miss a beat last week, bro. Detroit's
they're
defense.
just gonna run the ball, play keep away. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's
Detroit
gonna be-
wins that game.
Wow,
That's a great
it's gonna be a good game.
Buffalo just traveled to LA, had a emotional loss. Now they have to travel to Detroit.
We'll see. We'll see if Buffalo's
Yeah,
defense holds up this week.
It's gonna be a hell of a game.
They didn't hold up last week. I guess. Well, can't say it's the lesser teams. Just that
But
offense is pretty.
So if
potent.
Detroit beats Buffalo and Golf has an extraordinary game, does he automatically become more prevalent when it comes to an MVP? Or is it basically he's just not that type of guy that you would kind of say he's my MVP?
I think Goff is a
That's a good question.
yeah. No, that's a good question, but I think Goff is a he's a game manager, right? Where he gets good 2-3 touchdowns, what he needs to do, right? He moves the ball, gets what he needs, right? He's got a great wide receiver. He's got a hell of a running back tandem, right? On the team, so they're well balanced, right? It's not like Josh Allen or Lamar, or you know what I'm saying? Where
Carrying the team.
they are like difference makers on the team.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, Golf is a game manager. Yeah, and he's having a really good season.
right?
I just don't know if it's a MVP type season. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's
Right.
got those two-headed monster behind him
Yeah.
that have been all year, have been great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's nuts. Those
Yeah.
guys are.
So I don't know
insane.
I don't know. I think the only way that Josh Allen loses the MVP is if Barkley
breaks the record.
breaks the record.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's a good point though, because if Goff beats Buffalo, I mean that kind of takes. I don't know. I guess it depends on his performance, but I guess it should take
Right.
Josh Allen's MVP odds a little back.
But then
Yeah, it depends how he plays.
but then does Lamar then take some of that spot? You know what I mean? Like if
I
If
guess
Josh
not,
Allen-
man. I guess it's still Josh. I think you're right, Mark. I think it's still Josh Allen, because even though they lost last week, I mean, it wasn't Josh Allen's fault.
Yeah.
Well,
6
no, yeah,
touchdowns. That's
he had a-
Yeah, the
he was a-
greatest game ever.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had a sneaky
like-
performance. That
Yeah.
was the defense.
But I
Yeah.
will say though, if they do get beat by Detroit, I would say Barkley has the front run, has the top spot after that.
Yeah, but what if he throws another 3 and runs for another 3?
Oh fuck it, give,
And they
it-
and
man,
they,
Yeah.
and they
No,
still
no.
lose.
Right.
just give it to him right there, man.
Yeah. I mean, Josh Allen is going to get his. You know what I mean? He's going to get his points. Detroit's not going to stop Josh. No one has yet. So it would have to be like a shutdown, like complete, like Detroit shut him down. Then the scale would tilt somewhere else. But I don't see them stopping him. You know?
I could tell you Detroit lost like 5 or 6 starters in the defense, and the backups are just as good. And I
Yeah.
think that every defense or every position, the second guy should be almost as good, and you just got beat slightly. And
Yeah.
that's not what we're seeing in a lot of these teams, especially on the Bucs defense. You're not seeing the guys that are supposed to step up. They're not anywhere close to the
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
they look more like third than second stringers. But
Yeah,
Detroit
what-
has it right. They got it right.
Yeah, what they're doing in Detroit is incredible. And but 2 people that haven't lost is those 2 cornerbacks, Joseph and whatever the other guy. They just studs. So
Oh, yeah.
they could make Allen
Yeah,
his
they can
job
make
a
him
little
look
hard.
good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and
Two
a couple
great
of
games.
good linebackers too, man. They're good. I like
I'm
Detroit.
looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
You know,
good
the
game.
Packers I feel a little off with because they're a little on and off. You know, like they won that game last week, but it was not pretty, and it was just
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think
Yeah,
about?
I've definitely been disappointed with Jordan Love and his performance this season. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know he got hurt at the beginning of the year, but I was hoping for some of that magic that we saw at the end of last year when he got into the playoffs and he was just slinging it. I'm hoping that towards the end of the season now that I needed most, he gives me some of those Josh Allen games that I was expecting. Not necessarily running the ball, but at least slinging it,
Hey, Dave, that's a good
Yeah.
point because, like, how much of that is the other teams learning these guys? Like, Jaden Daniels started off, then he cooled off at the end of the season. Jordan Love was hot at the end of the season, but then this year he looked a little bit off, right?
In both instances that you just mentioned, they did get hurt.
Yeah.
Because Jordan Love did get hurt, and then Jaden Daniels, even though he didn't miss any time, he did get hurt with
He was
some
in this-
ribs. He actually got knocked out of one game.
Another one that in that situation has been C.J. Stroud.
He's another
He's
one.
been non-existent this year.
People have kind of zoned in on what he does. They have film now. They have they're able to set up defense right against them.
Wow.
But Collins got
That's just unbelievable.
no.
What's that?
That's huge. Even though they did get Diggs and then Diggs got hurt, but
Right.
Yeah, but they still have.
Yeah, but with Joe Mixon,
yeah. Well, Joe Mixon's been doing his thing.
Yeah, he got hurt for a few games too.
Yeah.
no, definitely. So who do you guys have between Philly and Pittsburgh?
That's tough. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
I mean,
I'm going with Pittsburgh because we've been proven it's gonna be tough, but I can't go against Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
I
Thinking Philly.
Pittsburgh defense surprises me every week, even more every week. Like every week, it's like they look like they're gonna go down. They look like, and then they just step it up, man, and they just look like a great defense.
Yeah.
Like defense looks like a Pittsburgh defense that we're used to. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
they're legit. They are
Yeah, and
legit.
they're healthy.
but if you have to choose one and pick them, like who do you go? I mean, I don't know what the spread is, but
What is this spread?
it's
In Philly though, right?
It's at Philly.
It's in Philly. Yeah, I picked Philly. I mean, I think Philly, they're playing good. I mean, I think probably just because they're at home, I picked them. I mean, Pittsburgh's been playing good. But Saquon Barkley, some of those run, man, looks like he doesn't even get touched.
he's been a beast.
I think
He's looking at
Jalen
stats,
Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is gonna have to prove this game that they're true contenders. I know you were down on him, Willie. You don't think he can do it. He did it
No,
against
I don't think so.
Baltimore, even though he didn't really do much. But
I mean,
see,
I
it's
just
the
think
Saquon Barkley show.
that's true. That's true.
I mean, offensively, they're pretty good, right? Like Russell Wilson has a 64% completion rate. Jalen Hurts has 68%, so slightly better, but they're right there. You know what I mean? Then, of course, you got Barkley, which is a beast. Then Najee Harris has been doing well. He's been doing good too this year. He's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think Pittsburgh they're used to playing against a tough team, like Baltimore. Well, you got Lamar Jackson, you got Henry, so I think they know how to play that game. I can see definitely Pittsburgh winning that game.
To me, still Jalen
and
Hurts doesn't look like that guy for some reason.
Yeah.
You know what I
he
mean?
hasn't
then
had
he
to
won
be that guy. He hasn't had to be
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, but they're the number one offense in the league. How can they not be I mean, they just
So
compete
Philly-
in so different ways.
Philly's -4.5.
Minus 4.5. Oh, I'll take Pittsburgh with that. I think Philly's gonna win by 3. It's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to the last possession. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Be interesting.
I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna
Philly's
be.
defense been playing good.
Yeah, that's true.
Been playing really good.
So
So-
they're pretty evenly matched, both teams.
It'll be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Both defenses show up.
Devontae Smith is back with AJ Brown.
Yeah. The one thing that may hurt is Pickens is not playing again.
He's not.
No, he's
He's
not.
out.
Oh
George
man.
Pickens?
Oh man, that's hard.
Oh, that's big
Yeah,
time.
that's a tough one right there.
That might
But
change
he
the
didn't
game
play.
right
He
there.
didn't play last week, and the other receivers came through. You know what I mean? So it's another system.
Set up. Yeah.
You know the way they play. Mike Williams played really good. Van Jefferson played. Fryermuth got another touchdown.
I know he's
You
been
know,
picking it up.
Warren is running like a maniac. So it's control. If we can control the clock management, and we got a good shot. But
He's got to
if
contain that. They got to contain that monster. That's all. I
yeah,
think
if Barkley runs loose, then it's gonna suck. But our defense, our secondaries are playing well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Minka is back there playing center field. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
So I got to start sit questions for you guys. Najee Harris or Isaiah Pacheco
Who's Kansas City playing? They're playing
at Cleveland.
yeah.
I would say I would have picked Pacheco if he wasn't coming back from injury. I would do Harris because he's been there since he hasn't had any injuries. It's a big game for them.
Yeah, agreed. I think Cleveland's defense is still pretty good, especially on the run.
Yeah.
You know. So Pacheco,
Philly's defense pretty good too.
yeah.
So-
But Pacheco too, coming back, he didn't score many points last week. You know, he looked good running yards, but he didn't really have that. You know, he didn't break out for anything crazy.
It seems like they've been easing him in. Like he did a little better work the first game. Last week he did a little more. I'm thinking, I don't know.
Yeah, and at the same time, Kansas City just not playing like that. You know, like they're not scoring a lot of points, and I think
It's with
Harris, the only one that could hurt him is Warren. You know, having a good game too. But
Yeah.
I would go with Harris.
they've been going with Harris a lot more this year. I've noticed that. I thought Warren was going to be the guy that would take over that role, but he's been playing more.
Especially in the goal
Warren
line.
was hurt for a while.
Yeah.
Especially
Warren
in the
was
goal
hurt.
line, red zones. That's Najee Harris.
Right.
So,
Yeah, he's as big as he looks like Rashad White. Like he's got that body frame. You know, he's a big dude,
yeah,
bigger
big
dude.
guy, big dude.
Yeah.
Now, would you guys have? No, we talked about it last week, but it's another week. As the contenders, as far as the NFL, we talked about Kansas City, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, the Eagles. You guys think those are the teams to beat? Definitely, the pick.
I think the AFC is more. You can lay out the AFC pretty good. There's a lot of there's a huge gap between the really good teams and then the other ones, right? Miami, I'm not sure. They're kind of like weird. They're up and down, right? But like the NFC, you got like all these guys. You got Seattle fighting. You have San Francisco fighting, and then the Rams in that division, right? Which the Rams
You
are
could
really
wipe all those teams out for contention. None of those that is getting
No, I
contention.
know, but what I'm
It's gonna
saying
be
is
fit in
Rams,
Detroit.
yeah, but the Rams are a team that is tough. It's tough to play. And you know what I mean? If
Will
they
be
make the
Philly or
playoffs, if
Detroit.
they end up winning that division and they make the playoffs, that's going to be a tough team. You know, I think.
The
And that-
NFC
and-
West is just like that NFC South. It's a weak division. They just gonna make the playoffs just because
yeah,
they won the division.
But I'm gonna tell you this, man. I wouldn't want to face the Rams.
No.
They could beat anybody.
not the
They
way
proved
that.
it.
Yeah,
When it comes to the playoffs, I mean, when it comes to the playoffs, you gotta play some type of defense. You can't be in a shootout like that. You're gonna be playing tougher teams that can play deep. They're gonna be able to stop you. You don't have to stop them. That's an issue with Buffalo too. The one plus that Buffalo got that if they're playing at home, they have a bit of an advantage with the weather and all that good stuff. But still,
but I mean, remember when we won the Super Bowl, right? Were we supposed to beat New Orleans? We weren't supposed to beat New Orleans that first round. We definitely weren't going to go to Green Bay and beat Green Bay at Green Bay right? They were 12 and what? They were like 13 and 3 that year or whatever.
Yeah.
And we beat them in Green Bay. So like those, sometimes the record
Yeah,
is,
but the Bucs defense was playing good.
yeah.
We had a good defense. My
Yeah.
point is that these teams don't have a good defense. He knows to do that, even if they get us a wild card, to be able to make a run like that.
I
I
think
mean-
the only team that can probably threaten Detroit and Philly is Minnesota because of their defense. And as long as Sam Darnold doesn't turn the ball over like he does sometimes, I think they got a good chance.
Yeah,
That's the
I
only
agree.
team.
I think Minnesota has a chance.
So
Um,
if the Rams make it to the playoffs, it's because they win the division, which means they either
correct.
Minnesota or Green Bay or Philly may end up traveling
have to go there.
to there, right?
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
you're
So
right.
do any of those teams can they beat any of those teams? You know what I mean? Can they beat Minnesota? I think they can beat Minnesota. Can they beat
I mean,
Green Bay? I think they can beat Green Bay.
We
Philly
beat-
might
we
be a
beat-
tougher
See,
match.
but I think both of those teams have better defense. Yes, I understand they have to go on the road. I know Green Bay's defense been hurt as of late. Alexander hasn't been playing.
Yeah.
But I think both of those teams have better defense than the Rams and, can get some stops. So,
Sure.
and they have,
But remember,
especially Minnesota. I think Minnesota's can match the offense with the Rams. I mean, the Rams offense is hard to match because they got a lot, Pep and Nakua. Stafford got to be sure he don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Right.
I think
but I mean, Detroit,
Minnesota's offense looks just as good as the Rams offense with a
Right.
better defense.
True. The only thing is that
Right.
so we beat both Detroit and
Detroit.
Detroit and Philly, right?
That's the
The
toughest
dark
thing.
horse
That's
is
the
the
bucket
Bucs.
eater right there. You know what I mean? Oh, but we beat Detroit. And we beat these other
No, but
teams.
what I'm saying
That's
is,
why we're gonna hang up in the banners.
no.
We beat Philly during the regular season in 2024,
Right.
and we beat Detroit.
That's the only loss they got right now. But what I'm saying is with a decent offense, right? Because we have a decent offense, right? With a
Yeah.
decent offense, I mean they can be beat. It's not impossible, right?
Do you think
Right, and our defense was playing good the second week of the season.
It was in both
You
Philly
think
Before
and
they got hurt.
Detroit games.
you
Yeah.
think this dude can get to 1,000 yards?
I hope so, man.
This dude,
Mike Williams.
Evans.
I think so.
I don't know how many.
how many you got right now?
500 something, I think.
He got like 568 or 668
I
or something.
hope so, because I need those yards coming down the stretch. Let's go.
Oh, and the
Yeah, I think it's
question,
gonna
the
be
dark horse on the AFC, I would say it's
Got
San
5
Diego.
right now. 5-9.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or was it now Vegas? Or what is it? LA Chargers?
Yeah, the Chargers. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think they play solid all around.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna be tough
Well,
to beat.
I think the team in the AFC nobody's going to want to play is that Denver. Those
Oh.
Broncos, man.
Yeah,
That's a
That's
tough
a-
that's a
that's
tough
a
team,
sleeper
bro.
right there. That's a sleeper right there. Those guys are they're well coached, right? And
they
they're-
got the wild card spot right now.
Oh, they do?
The last wild card spot.
Yeah. So Indy goes to Denver, and they need to win so they can
yeah,
try
I
to
don't see
sneak
them
in.
beating-
So that's going to be a good game too.
I don't think they would beat them.
You don't think?
They're going to play them hard, but they're not going to beat Denver.
If I had to predict the AFC Championship, I must say Kansas City. Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Well, you changed from last week. Last week
I
you said
did.
Kansas City
It's-
Bills.
I said Bills. I
Yeah.
did say Bills.
Yeah. Well, I
Man,
thought-
but that defense, man, and we talked about it, and we talked about it at the beginning of this podcast too, how much of a different game it is depending where you play,
Yeah.
and what time of the year,
Yeah.
because that's a totally different game they played versus the Rams that they played with
Yep.
the 49ers.
We're going to see a preview, right? Isn't Kansas City playing Pittsburgh the last game of
On
the season?
Christmas. On Christmas.
Christmas.
Oh, really?
That's the
Yeah.
preview right there. We're going to get a preview of what
The
we
only
might-
thing is it's on Netflix, so we might not even see it.
Where's it at? Is it in Pittsburgh? Is it
It's
in Pittsburgh? Or
It's in
it
Pittsburgh.
is?
That's the one
Not
I'm looking
here.
for. Yo, we play Philly, then Baltimore again, and then Kansas City in a 10-day span
Oh, I heard about that.
Oh my
What
god.
time is that game?
at
That Christmas Day
12:30,
game?
12:30 or 1 or something like that. Yeah, it's crazy on Christmas Day.
That's not good for you, Mo, because especially what happened to us, right? When we started playing back to back hard defenses like that, a lot of injuries,
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that going
Especially
into the
in
playoffs,
in
into the
in a
playoffs,
10-day span, bro. That's tough. And then it's crazy because Philly's tough. Then we play Baltimore, which is always a dogfight. And then 4 days later, we play Kansas City.
that happened to us. That's how we lost Godwin, and I'm not wishing that on y'all guys. I'm not gonna wood, right?
Yeah. No doubt.
But
No,
when you play
that's
with
a
your
tough thing.
defenses,
win or lose, I just hope, because we're gonna make the playoffs. I just hope no one gets injured.
Right.
So
Right.
I'd rather sit somebody than have them get injured. You know what I mean? Especially Hayworth, who is our freaking our center
He's
right
in the
there in
middle.
defense, and he's old. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the only a couple of things I worry about, but they're gonna try to win out because that's how we are. But
definitely,
yeah,
we have a chance to even make that top spot too.
yeah. I mean, if we got a chance and we beat Kansas City, I mean they got to lose another one. But if we beat Kansas City and tie them, then we got the tiebreaker for the top spot.
Right. Oh man, it's gonna be an
So-
interesting weeks, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting last 3-4 weeks.
But Willie, we got two
Gonna be
games
tough.
left. We got two more games at the end of the season.
Oh, at the
home?
game. I know. Yeah, home.
Home.
They're gonna be big games. Definitely big
I
games.
hope that we don't lose some stupid ass. Like we could lose Los Angeles, but I don't hope we don't lose like another like to Dallas in Dallas. That would be fucking. That's the one that's gonna throw me over.
I know.
Like we don't deserve to be in the playoffs if we
Who
lose
you guys play this week?
Yeah,
Who you guys play this week?
the Chargers.
Chargers.
LA
Oh, wow.
Chargers, man.
Oh,
Yeah, in
that's gonna
LA.
be tough. In
Yeah.
LA.
In LA, yeah.
As long as Atlanta keeps on losing, it doesn't matter, does it?
Oh no, they're playing.
That's
They're playing LA, Las Vegas Raiders this week. They should pull
Yeah.
up a win.
Yeah.
Who, Atlanta?
Atlanta's playing Las Vegas Monday.
Oh,
You
if
guys play
O'Connell plays,
Atlanta?
then we're not winning.
Do you guys play Atlanta again?
No.
Yeah.
No, we lost to them twice already.
Really?
Yeah.
So they
We lost-
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We play the last
Yeah.
two games more division games, Carolina and New Orleans. But New Orleans is going to be an easy game because they're banged up big time. They
Yeah.
lost their car. They lost Taysom Hill. They got a bunch of wide receivers out. So that's Kamara's going to run crazy, but he
Yeah.
can't do it all.
Carolina's gonna be tough.
That's going to
They're
be
playing
tough
good.
at home. We're playing them here, which
Are we playing them there? Is
Yeah.
that the last game of the season?
that's no. The
Yeah.
last game is New Orleans. So that's the one
No,
before.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
right before New Year's.
That Carolina game is gonna be interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a dogfight.
You know, here.
Big dogfight. They
Mhm.
almost won last time, and
Yep.
and it was
Oh, yeah.
some stupidity. That block punt the fumble. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Well,
fumble. Yeah.
Fumble
Yeah, the fumble.
cost them
Yeah.
the game. They had the field goal win. They were on the 20-yard line. They had
Yeah.
that game won.
I mean, they took that
No,
touchdown away from Thielen. That was a touchdown.
right.
Yeah, man. That was.
I mean,
That was-
that was crazy. Yeah, Carolina's playing better, man. The last 4 weeks, they've been playing a lot better. So that's gonna be tough. There's some tough weeks coming up, man, for everybody except the Giants. I mean, they just
telling you, man.
Damn.
Nice.
the only
It's
thing
back
I
over
look
my head.
forward to is Barkley coming home and breaking the record.
I hope he does. I hope he does.
Listen, you know what's even worse than that, John? Is if the Giants don't even make the top seed and they lose out on the quarterback.
Yeah,
They probably
Oh,
will.
yeah.
They probably will because I think Oakland is the worst team right now. I believe.
That would be like
Yeah.
that'd be like another slap in the face, bro. Not only did you lose the whole season, but it was for nothing because you didn't even get the top seed.
They're gonna feel like the Knicks. Horrible, but they can't get any luck with the darn little ball.
yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Man, but not for nothing. But they need everything.
They do.
Like,
Oh, I told a friend of mine.
well, you can't say.
No, that's it. Give up the first round pick.
From the
Yeah,
junior,
trade down.
Straight up and down the
Because there's
whole
not.
team needs to be replaced.
I don't think there's a
Pretty bad.
generational talent and quarterbacks that's coming out of the draft right now. I don't see it.
it's not.
I don't see it.
This last draft was really good. A lot of good guys came out of this last one.
They were talking about maybe New York should get their O line
Yep.
ready, and
I
then
agree.
wait till Archie Manning comes out the following year.
Yeah.
But
Might not be
because
He
I
hasn't
mean,
even played a snap. I mean, he's played a few snaps, but he hasn't played much in college.
And
He'll
who's going to
play
be
next year.
available that year? Who's going to be the quarterback for that year? They got to
Yeah.
pick up some veteran or something that's a free agent.
Because man, Tracy Jr. and Neighbors, man, they're good. They're really
they're
good.
good.
You can build
Yeah.
something out from that.
They just need
The
a
Giants should try to get Darnold.
Huh?
The Giants should try to get Sam Darnold in the
Oh, no.
meantime.
that system is
Then you
not.
go get JJ McCarthy, man. Give him a 3rd round pick, 4th round pick for JJ McCarthy.
There you go.
How you gotta give him a 3rd-round pick when they just draft him in the 1st round?
Because they got to pay Sam Darnold big money, and they just picked up.
Maybe not.
They just picked up DJ. So or they go and ask what's his name?
I don't think they gotta pay Sam Darnold big money. They gotta pay
No.
him more money from that big money.
Yeah.
But you see Deshaun Watson for 1 year in New York.
Nah, man. Nah, man. Nah.
He's like,
You know who I
hell,
will take? You know who I will take though is the kid that is backing up Jameis Winston. That's who I would take. Take a gamble on him.
That black kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, they just need so many pieces. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Unless
Unless,
the line.
unless you do a trade, keep the picks, but trade down a little bit so you get offensive linemen. You know what I mean? Because then you get your quarterback from trade, and then you work on the offensive line as well as the defense. Defense needs help too.
They need a lot.
They should combine both New York teams. Probably get a decent one.
No,
That's risky.
knowing our luck, it's gonna be like the Yankees and the Mets. We end up going to get what's his name, the old guy from the Jets.
Right.
What's
Rodgers.
his name? Rogers. Yeah.
Rogers. Yeah.
My
You think
God.
he stays? You
Oh
think he
my
stays in the Jets?
I think so.
He might as well. He
think
might
so.
as well.
I think so.
He will. He'll retire there. He'll do maybe a year. Maybe he might retire after this year.
Yeah, one more year. That's all I can see.
John, you will not. Just talking about everything, you will not win a World Series with Minnesota. Just remember that.
Hey man, as long as we got the best free agents this year, it don't matter, bro. We'll still be laughing at the Yankees.
Don't worry about it. The Yankees are coming. The pitching is coming, my friend.
Yeah.
Finally, bro. But yo, it ain't gonna happen, bro. Boone ain't
What?
gonna allow it to happen, dude. That
Yeah,
Boone sucks.
they're
Well,
talking to a few people, man. They're talking to Tucker, play right field.
There you go.
So I'm glad the Mets gave him all that money.
Yeah.
And
Boy,
and we saved that money to
40.
get.
He'll be 40 something by the time that contract is over.
Yeah, that's crazy.
man, he's not gonna fulfill that contract, dude.
He's
They're
not.
gonna do something within like a 10-year span, and they get rid of him. Well, at least we'll win one championship.
It's still guaranteed.
Y'all still be with Boone for like another 15 years.
No,
Yeah,
hell no.
Mediocrity. Mediocrity.
No, sir.
Let's just make it to the championship game. It don't matter.
Hey, next year you can get Guerrero. But he's gonna be a free agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't.
Maybe the
afford him.
Yankees will get him.
They can't afford him. That big ass contract with Soto.
No, talk about the
Yeah, look,
Yankees.
they're like-
All that money they got.
Guerrero said he didn't want to play for the Yankees.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
He said
yeah.
it flat out. So
The Yankees are for the Boricuas and the Mets are for the Dominicans, bro.
I can see. He went over there. I can see why he went over there, dirty bastard.
No, I don't think the Yankees got any Boricuas right now. The Mets do. Lindor.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, I
Lindor,
can't wait
yeah.
to see.
Yeah,
Listen,
after Posada and Bernie Williams, and
Yeah.
then they didn't get any more.
I mean, there's not that many Puerto Ricans playing the major leagues anymore, but I'd rather.
John, we proved that you have the bats, my friend, but if you don't have the pitching,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what we went and do. We went and got pitchers.
We got to go pay that Japanese pitcher that's coming up. Pay him all that money.
Oh yeah.
Great.
There's two Japanese players. There's a hitter that is a beast. He's only 24 years old. And then there's that pitcher that's also a beast. They're coming out after the winter meetings.
Can you
So,
say their name?
no, Sachikaki y
Kakapupi.
Kakapupi.
Who's the mama? Who's the mama?
Man, to close it out, you guys have any players like a sleeper or the low ownership challenge? There you go.
Brandon Cook. Maricón.
Picked him before. He did well. I'll pick him again. Will Levis versus Cincinnati defense.
That's a good one. Hey, I'll be right back.
I think one that did good this week. I think he's going to continue doing good. It's McMillan, for the Bucs. Yeah, he's a good sleeper. That's going to be. I think they're gonna be putting him in that role, Godwin role, a little bit more. So he's I think he's definitely less than 15% of the high that somebody can use.
That's true.
Yeah, the
Who you got, Joey? Who you got, John? You got anybody?
I was, but I think he's owned more now in the leagues, and it's the guy that you picked up, Dalbert, that I released from the Oakland Raiders. I think they're gonna, they're gonna realize that he's a legit running back finally, and let him run the.
Yeah, he's 33% right now.
Yeah, I was thinking about him.
So, you got anybody, Joey?
Not really. I'm out of it. So my advice is.
Yeah, but your other league. I mean, you
No,
got
in my other league, same. I'm gonna stick with Las Vegas Raiders. I think Jacoby Myers is a legit number one wide receiver. He did well against the Bucs, and he's been consistently producing. He's playing Atlanta this week, so I think he's gonna get his this week.
What do you guys think about Patrick Jr., from San Francisco? If Guerrero doesn't play
the run
tomorrow, I mean, he could be
Plug and play, man. That's a good one.
Yeah, plug and play.
If Guerrero don't play, I'm definitely starting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, agreed.
By the way, you picked him up for $1 more than what I had.
I knew how much money you had.
Yeah, but I'm surprised nobody else tried to pick him up. Like,
I know.
Sleepers don't waste no money. Martin don't waste no money.
Yeah. That's to me, that was the interesting part.
Yeah.
Ben and Martin hasn't spent money since I don't know when. And they're right in the thick of things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's some really big time free agents. And I know
Ben's the number 3 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't do anything with it.
No.
When I looked at it, it said 28. I was like, man, too soon.
I saw that. And I saw that, hey, you just never know. I mean, with Shanahan, you never know how bad Guerendo's hurt. So, I was like, man, you know what? Let me just do it.
It seems like they have such a great plan for the running back position. Like, they can just plug any running back in there, and they do well. Wilson, Mustard, whatever his name is. I mean,
yeah. No, it's true. The one that surprised me, I mean, I guess he's been hurt, I imagine, is Debo. Like, he's been quiet this season. Like the whole
It's not the same, man. Every time you get an injury, you come back, it's not the same. He's getting older, constantly injured.
So do we want to
That's the life of a football player, man.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the quarterfinals?
Yeah.
And see what we got between Eddie and Martin?
Man,
the matchup. Eddie's been on a hot streak.
Yeah, Eddie's favored by 5 points at least.
Eddie's been on a hot
Martin's
streak.
been struggling lately. Yeah, he don't make no moves, nothing.
Martin was don't be that guy this week. He started.
I was ready for this segment finally.
I know. What's his name? That the wide receiver,
McConkey?
McConkey. He didn't play.
And
And Martin has in the bench, he had Addison, like 38
Oh, wow.
points.
oh, damn.
Yeah. It's like, come on, and
Yeah, don't be that guy.
don't be that guy.
Wow.
So I see Joey over there shaking his head, and I gave him the award last week. I'm giving him the award again this week. Kenneth Walker, how the hell you not pick up his backup after last week getting the award for not picking up
I tell you,
McCaffrey's backup,
Oh.
and you still leave him on your starting roster when you have a chance to get in the playoffs?
I
Don't
tell
be
you
that guy,
Wow.
Joey.
I tell you
You
how,
are that guy, Joey. You are that guy. You got a new award. You got the You Are That Guy award.
three tequilas
dude.
and probably two
Yeah.
gummies and before the
On
game,
your ward,
I
bro.
did not check my
Everybody.
roster.
Yeah, that's what sucks, man. When you go to the game, then you do the tailgate. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Time
tailgate-
flies and
I
you
was
forget about
tailgating
your
and I
team.
just totally lost track of myself.
So you left them in the starting
You know what I
lineup?
noticed?
Oh,
You know what I noticed, Whitley? When I was walking in the gate, I said, "Oh shit, I haven't checked my lineup." And when I checked it, I was like, "I'm screwed." But it didn't matter D, because
Right.
even if I would have put Walker in, I still didn't have enough points to make it anyway.
You're still that guy.
I am. I chose party over my what my what was important.
I know. Yeah, once they pulled out the tequila,
Yeah, dude. I got
That's
screwed
it.
with backups. Like last year, I made sure during the draft that I picked up backups because I didn't want to have to fight all year, right? With all other teams, right? This year, Martin picks up Mason in the 7th round when everybody's still picking up, number one running backs and number one wide receivers. He picks up Mason, right? And
That's crazy.
and all the reports said that McCaffrey was going to start. That he's healthy. There's no problems. That's why I say, fuck you, Shanahan.
He's
Boy,
that.
he got
Don't
an
be that
inside
guy.
He's
tip.
that guy. Shanahan is that guy.
Yeah.
Boy, he got an insider tip.
He must have.
I know.
He
It
must
could
have.
be.
Alright, so I got another six-star question for you guys. Terry McLaurin at New Orleans or Cortland Sutton at home versus Indy?
That's a tough one.
Boy, you don't have a chance to start them both?
I could bench Mike Evans
No. No way.
or Justin Jefferson.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No. Either or.
You got to play McLaurin.
Yeah, I'd say,
I think
yeah,
so.
he's money man.
You gotta go with McLaren.
Money man, and he's coming off the bye, so he should be good.
So who's the other game?
The other game, but I don't think we picked anyone winning though. Are we picking Eddie or are we picking Martin to win that game?
I'm thinking Eddie. I pick Eddie.
Yeah.
He's been on a hot streak lately.
I pick Eddie if he keeps McConkey in, but if he changes it to D Smith, I don't know. Oh wait a minute. Yeah. Oh man, no, I might have to pick Eddie. I know, man. It's just stuff. Which
Yeah.
Bo Nix are you gonna get?
He's got Mixon.
Alright, so I'm
got
picking
King.
Martin.
That's
He's
what I
got
said. And Lamar Jackson,
Lamar Jackson,
the Giants.
Nakua, Jordan
Yeah.
Addison's been tearing it up.
Yeah.
Montgomery
Laporta?
scores a touchdown. If Jonathan Taylor could come through for one game, and shit, Buffalo prove how bad their defense is. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry, they played against Denver.
Yeah.
Indy's playing Denver. That's a tough defense.
That's a tough defense.
But I
don't know,
need
there's
him from other
a
leagues.
lot of hard matchups on his team too.
Gee, are you going over to Ben's house this
Yeah,
weekend?
I don't know. I could maybe. Yeah, I
Or is-
probably should. I gotta
There's
talk to
B
him.
and Ben, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, wow. Oh, he don't want you over there.
Yeah, he don't want me to, but he's projected to whip my ass right now.
Man, I didn't even see that. 130 points. I've never seen the projection that high.
I know.
Yeah,
That's what I sound like. Damn.
Holy moly,
Yeah, but Burrow is questionable right now. That could be an issue.
bro! Burrow questionable. He's gonna score 20 points. Burrow normal 40 points.
So I predict that I'm gonna lose. I The only way I can win if I get that Jordan Love game that I've been waiting for all season long. He gave it to me one time. Well, he gave me 2 games, 43 point and 36
And-
point.
against Seattle.
But I need a 35+ point game from him in order to even have a chance. With Seattle, I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
predicted
that's a tough one.
130.
He
That's
hasn't played
crazy.
Seattle. This is the first
That
time.
is-
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
So I think Walker's not gonna play. I got Charbonnet in right now, and if they say that Walker's out, Charbonnet's projection will go to like 15. So I'll give you 10 more points. So I have like 117 versus 130.
130. That's insane.
So B, is there another QB on the waiver that can get you? Because remember, you're playing for points, right? This is in or out, win or lose, right? Is there any players, QB players, that have a better matchup that you might be able to get more points on? Because I mean, Justin Herbert is out there. Just saying,
He's
against the Bucs.
questionable. He's questionable though.
Is
He's
it
questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herbert?
I would say if he had a better weapons than Love, I would say yeah. But he don't have weapons, dude.
But I mean, it's against the Bucs defense.
Yeah, true.
Well, here's what I would do that because number one, I drafted Jordan Love to be my starting quarterback.
Right.
I dropped any backup because I don't want the decision to have to make, which one to start. I'm riding and dying with, with what I drafted. The last few games, he hasn't scored many points, but like Jacobs got 3 rushing touchdowns. He gets them right there to the end zone, but they just have ran it in.
It's
The
true.
week before, I think he had like 2 rushing touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah.
Then
So
Aaron Rodgers.
hopefully some of that luck turns around and he's throwing these touchdowns instead of Jacobs running them in.
Bro,
That was the other one.
Aaron Rodgers is playing Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, but the day that I decide to bench Love, that's the day that he gives me the game that I've been waiting for.
Yep.
It's tough to
You
bench
say got a lot of dollars.
Love.
Tough. We got a tough matchup.
So I'm riding that with Love. I mean, he's projected, let's see, 22 points. If I can get 35 points from him, that makes up the difference that I need to get to his projected 130 points.
I think who can win you the game too is if because like Josh Allen had 3 rushing touchdowns, last week. But
Yep.
if only if you can get 1 or 2 of those, this week.
And
I mean,
Cook has
he can
gotten some big games throughout the season. Also, Charbonnet,
man.
he won me the game last week.
Yeah.
So if Walker sits out and I get Charbonnet, he can win me.
Man, he looked
game,
really
so-
good too, man.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's fresh.
Charbonnet looked good.
You know,
I'm hoping they say, we'll let you rest another game since Charbonnet looks so good.
Walker's been hurt
And-
for the last couple games, and then like the one that they actually said he's gonna sit out because he was hurting pretty bad.
So Mo, you were the commissioner for a couple of years. Do you remember when it
20
comes
years,
to
and I never got a thank you like you guys do. By the way. I was sitting there, I was like, bro, I've been here for 20 years, bro. I never got a text. Shout out to the commissioner.
Most said I want my reparations checks. I want at least $5 or $10 for every year I was commissioner.
Hey, with all the respect, you didn't follow the certain practices that the current commissioner practices.
I mean, everybody got their money though.
That's right.
Hey, nobody's saying anything like that.
but when it comes to playoff seeding,
Everybody except Eddie's money.
Yeah. Shit.
Eddie was on an IOU every year.
Yeah. He ran out of sneakers to give out.
You know what? If Eddie wins this year, everybody should hold out on their money.
yeah.
We should talk to the commish. Don't pay out to the beginning of next year.
Yeah.
Pay out minus his entry for next year. Matter of fact, take a couple years.
Yeah.
Just pay him in crypto.
That's it. I wish he would have paid me in crypto when he wrote it.
Yeah.
Would have been millionaires by now. Dude,
Yeah,
in my other league, I'm playing
See
Willie.
Bitcoin?
I'm playing Willie in my other
That's
league.
right.
And this
That's
past
right.
week, he scored 208 points.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah,
Ernie
bro.
got-
Wow.
208 points,
It was
bro.
Crazy.
But
You have
yeah,
Josh Allen on that one too?
Yeah, man. That was
How
so
many points
surprised
did he
when I
get
saw
in
that.
that league?
57, I want to say. Yeah, about 57.
Damn.
Yeah, I never seen anything like that. I was like, oh my god.
I got to get going.
Highest points ever scored by a fantasy player.
I got to
Yeah.
take off. Thanks for
Jiggy, what was your question about?
Oh, I was going to say the seeding, right? Does it automatically put like a bracket and that's it? Or does it say, okay, the lowest seed won, so he plays against the top seed? Or is it just bracket? As soon as the bracket's made up, it continues that bracket or what?
No, it's
I
it's
think
by
it
seeds.
Reseeds? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I
Like
thought.
if I win,
Yeah.
then Willie, I'll be playing Willie. He's
Okay.
the number one.
That's what I thought. I wasn't sure if that happened.
We gotta
next
jump
year.
off.
All right, Joe, take care, man.
All right,
Good
be
seeing you, Joe.
I'll stream
All
too.
right, take it easy, man.
and that's funny. Bro, when Sam Darnold scored those 5 touchdowns, I was like, oh man, I got a chance. And then
Wow.
not even close.
You picked up Darnold and played him?
So I picked him up on Saturday and played him.
Yeah, I had dropped him.
Wow.
Yeah, I dropped him.
Yeah, that's a great pickup.
Yeah, him and Garendo, they both freaking balled out.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wow, you
Sunday,
only missed it by 11 points?
Huh?
You missed it by 11 points?
no, I missed him by like
Damn. Yeah, you missed it by like,
By like 20 points, right?
20 points. I think it was.
damn,
Oh wait, yeah,
by 11 points. Damn.
11?
That's crazy.
Ooh,
No,
that was close.
Wow.
18.
When I seen Brandon Cook score, I was like, man, both players that I didn't want to see score, because Darnold, I think, scored a touchdown too, right?
Who did?
Shit.
Darnold
Yeah,
scored a touchdown,
Yeah,
and Cook scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
So it was going like bad for me, like both that could hurt me.
Wow. That was crazy. Well, that's why we keep on coming back.
yeah, it was too late.
That's
See, I didn't put a good team around Barkley. I messed up on the draft. I could have had Barkley and Henry back to
Okay.
back. Yeah,
Yeah, I picked up ETN round 2. That was the worst pick ever. And I reached for him, but I just thought he was going to get the volume like he did last year.
yeah.
I mean, he's
Go
so
ahead.
good though. That whole entire Jacksonville team just
Yeah.
shit the bed.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the
We missed
worst
We
disappointment.
missed it by 18 points to Mo, the
By 18?
playoff spot. Yeah.
Oh,
Because you're
snap.
in 8th place.
About 18
I
points.
had, yeah.
Oh, it was closer than I thought.
Yeah, that was a hell of a, and
Yeah,
because it was 4 of you fighting for that same spot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it
Crazy.
was. It was Joe that was like 11 points away from you, Dalbert, or something like that. That was nuts.
And
Crazy.
then I'm thinking, let me at least get the weekly points. You know what I mean? And fucking Willie scored like 2 more points than I did. I couldn't even get that. I didn't get it all year, bro. I was like, yo, fuck, at least I'll get $20.
I know.
Can Josh Allen.
That's all them, bro.
Okay, that's it.
And I had it in the bag, bro.
What
Like
again?
I had 149 before, before Monday
Yeah,
Night
yeah,
Football,
that's true.
which is crazy because I said that was my floor, 150, and I hit it. And I'm thinking,
Wow.
bro, if my prediction, you know what I mean, about Brandon Cooks, but bro, that guy wasn't looking at Brandon Cooks at all the whole freaking game. It was all CeeDee Lamb and the tight end, but
Yeah, that's one team. Well, that's another CD Lamb. But how? I mean, he didn't have a great year, right? Like he didn't hold down to his draft position.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what. It's always interesting how. I mean, I don't know if you guys do it. But you go back and look at what was the projected points, or spot, for the pick. 'Cause, yeah, like I always notice just running backs, but I don't notice, wide receiver. I know Jiggy does because that's how he looks at, but but it's always interesting,
yeah, the whole
like
offense just didn't play well. Fair enough. I bet you now, I score more than anybody every year. Every time I get off the playoffs,
No, right?
my team fucking blows up.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was just telling him,
Real
I'm happy I have a bye. I could just not even worry about it.
Yeah.
But I have another league coming that I need to watch out for.
No, that's good. Yeah.
So now I got to wait to see if Durando is going to play or not because he's hurt.
Did you pick up the other kid?
You know,
Did you pick up the other kid? The backup for him?
No, I didn't.
Patrick or whatever his name is?
Taylor or something.
Taylor, yeah.
yeah. I know. I was gonna pick him up on the other league, and I put in a waiver for it, and but I also had a waiver pick for Young Cool for the and they picked him. And when I looked, Nate picked up Patrick.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but he picked him up on free agent.
Yeah.
You know, like in the morning.
Yeah.
Like fuck.
That league is up in the air, man. Because even,
Yeah.
I mean, James has got a great team, but the last 4 weeks, I scored more points than him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
So I think anybody of the top 6 can win the league because Chill's got a really good team too.
Oh yeah, man. Fantasy, man. It kind of seems like it went. Bro,
Oh, my
went
God,
by
bro.
so fast.
Every year.
Every freaking year, man. It's
That's
incredible.
and the Mo and Dalbert boy, they got their picks right. You guys are like one in what? First place and third place or some shit in
Yeah.
pick'em?
I just got the first place back.
Damn.
I was
Oh,
in
really?
first place.
Oh, wow.
I was in first place the beginning of last week.
Yeah.
We've been going back and forth. Well,
We're going back and
there
forth.
Yeah.
all year.
Bro, it's getting that 7 points is crucial.
Mhm.
In like 3 weeks in a row, I lost it. And then
That
this
hurt.
week I got the 7 points and then a few other. But the 7 points, 7 and the 6 points is where you got to try to. But
Yeah,
it's
they
tough,
changed
man.
it.
7 points.
Yeah,
Wait a minute,
they
7
changed it.
points.
Yeah,
So
they changed
they
the
changed the
point
score.
system.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now it's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Instead of,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big difference. But it's so hard, man. Like, dude, every week I put that lineup, I was like, oh, man, I'm getting one. I'm getting 125 this week. And then I lose 4. Well, it's hard.
So
And it's
I was thinking about doing something like that with us, just us, like a $10 buy-in or something, just to shoot the
Yeah.
shit,
yeah.
I'm telling you, we need to do a dynasty league.
But
I
then
understand
you do it
That's
with
right.
$10.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I'll do
a
it.
keeper, or at
I'll
least
do
a
it.
keeper or something,
No, I want to do a dynasty.
What
not
does a
keeper. I wanna
dynasty?
do it. So dynasty means you keep all your players from 1 year to the next, and you only have a rookie draft.
Shit. So you drop.
how do you do the first draft though, man? It's like
with
So
everybody.
the first draft, you do it just like a normal draft, and keeping in mind that you might want to draft younger players because you're gonna have these players for ever until you drop them, trade them, or they get hurt. They're your players forever. It's like
There's no
it's
waiver?
just yeah. There's waivers, but there's no redraft. Like there's no redraft from 1 year to the other.
Oh, I see.
The only
I see.
draft is rookies that come into the league.
Right. So if you're in the bottom of the league 1 year, you're gonna have the first pick the next year. For just rookies. The only way that you can improve your team is by drafting good rookies, or
Can you trade
up
one of the guys that
somebody.
you have for a pick in the draft?
Yeah, you could trade for picks in the draft for sure.
Okay. That's interesting.
how many players? How many you keep? Like in the roster, 16 players or?
Yeah, it's just like right now, like the regular roster.
But what about all those free agents?
What about them?
Like you guys are saying in the draft, right? You guys are saying that the draft is only rookie, but
Mhm.
there's still there's always
Players,
good
in a free agency.
players,
Yeah.
the free
Yeah,
agency.
it's always
So
free
you don't.
agency. You don't have to draft those players. You just have to pick them up. Like, that's who
So,
you
but in the
want.
draft, the players that are not on the teams, do they go into the draft also? Or is
No.
it just rookies?
No, it's just rookies. They don't
Yeah,
have to go
rookies.
into the draft because you can pick them up. Why would you draft them when you can pick them up? Why would you waste a pick on them when you can just pick them up from free agency?
And you can pick them anytime during the year?
Well, we can have rules. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we could keep it open throughout the whole year, even in the off season. Yeah, I mean, but they're not going back into any draft. They're just free agents.
So in the draft, do you have to, when you pick up a player, that means you have to drop a player that's on your team already, or how does that work?
Correct. Yeah, you will have to drop somebody on the team,
Oh,
which you would drop somebody on your bench.
yeah.
I
got you.
Or if you don't want to drop somebody, then
Yeah.
you don't pick somebody from the draft.
Wow, that's a totally
Yeah, that's
different ball game there. You know. Yeah, we should do it, man. We should do it.
I'm down.
yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is different.
And I
Yeah.
mean, we don't
Yeah.
even have to do it for money. I get a trophy. We can do it for the trophy.
So do another
Yeah.
league.
Your strategy, right?
Yeah, keep this league the way it is, and then
Right,
do
it's
another
just
league
separate.
for a dynasty.
Yeah. You want to put money in it? We could throw some money in. We don't. Whatever.
Yeah, when I was in Vancouver last week, I was watching I watched the Monday night and the Thursday night. Oh, excuse me. Every Thursday night they play the squares. You know the squares like you do the Super Bowl. We do it every Thursday night for every Thursday game,
Oh, that's cool.
and then they only pay out the half and at the end.
Yeah,
Oh,
So there's a local bar. So I was there Monday,
that's cool.
and he's like, "Oh, you want to play? You gonna be here Thursday? Want to play?" So I played a few boxes. I didn't get good numbers, but it made it interesting. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Only $2, you know, you 50 and 100, I think it is, or it's a 50 and 50 or something like that. 50 at the half and then 50 at the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if
I
it's
think it-
yeah, we
$2,
can
that's
try that.
$200.
Is it $200?
Yeah.
So it's 50 and 150 then. 50 at the half and then 150 at the end of the game. So something to think about.
Yeah. There's so many games within the game, huh?
Yeah, somebody
There's always bets and, you know.
you only go, okay, you know, from Thursday to Thursday, you have to fill out all the boxes, you know?
Yeah.
So it's getting enough people to fill it up. So you're arguing.
Now I know. Chill used to do something in basketball, but the numbers were like 4 numbers or something like that, so you didn't have to sell so many boxes.
Okay.
See how we did it, but yeah, that'll be actually pretty cool.
Anyway, I gotta get going soon. Y'all gonna wrap it up soon? Or...
Yeah. Let's wrap it up. Yeah.
But
Huh?
sounds good.
Make sure that you guys leave the laptop on. You know, don't log off, because I don't know if you look at above the top, it says mine says 99% uploaded.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see it, John.
Yep.
So that way it finishes. Then it'll say complete.
Mhm.
So once it says complete, then you can just close that browser.
So we can leave out of this window, but don't close out the app.
Yeah, but don't close. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't close the app. I mean, and it doesn't take that long.
No.
You know.
Yeah, mine's at
to finish
90% now.
uploading. At 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, mine says 99. Yeah, so it all
Yeah,
depends
mine-
on the.
Mine says 99 also.
Yeah.
So any final
there
thoughts?
it is.
Final thought.
Yeah. Any final thought?
Who's gonna get this slap? Who's gonna get this slap? That's
Is that the
question.
last one left?
That's the
Yeah.
last one left, fellas.
Oh man.
Really?
So
You know, I was
what would
thinking-
that be? How many years is that?
24? 24 was it 2, 4, 6, 8? 2, 4, 6, 8,
24.
16. 24.
22.
24, because
Oh, okay.
There's
yeah,
only
yeah.
3 sides. There's 3
I was
sides.
thinking we could probably start putting Plaxo here.
Well, one time we
No, we
decided
could get a
we were gonna get a
base.
new one.
I was
You
looking
can
for
get a base for that,
on a
right?
base.
Another base and put on top.
I was looking for that, but I think we have to probably, get someone to make it, cut some wood
Yeah.
up.
I thought
Yeah.
we talked about
I'm
maybe
sure
getting a
Troy
new
could
one.
work something up for us.
Oh, that's
I'm
true
sure.
too. Mo was talking about buying just a brand new one that has a bigger football.
And just switch in all the plaques.
Yeah. Or just make a brand new one, But I don't think there's one that has like a bigger base to put plaques. I'm not sure. We
Well,
have to
you
look
gotta
around.
go to a trophy store and they'll give you a base a little
Yeah.
bit bigger than the
That's
top
true.
one, Or put a
Yeah,
bigger
because it'll be cool to keep it all in one.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Like,
the-
keep adding to it.
What we talked about is that if we put another big base underneath, that ball is going to become smaller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I do have that's what it is.
So then we
So
thought,
we could, change both. Or somehow transfer the plaques to a new trophy, but then
right? I think that's possible.
That's it.
I'll start looking into it and see what.
Or
bring
we
it.
can do a quarter century
a special plaque or something
We
for
can
the
get
winner?
another trophy and combine both trophies. You know, MacGyver.
Yeah,
trophy.
yeah.
Out of 2 trophies.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
All right, fellas.
No, that's cool.
All right, guys.
Have a good night.
Yeah, take it easy, guys. Thank you for watching, and make sure you hit subscribe. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.